Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bernadette from Burn Stitches. Happy Tuesday everyone. I hope that you're all having a great start of your week. I just got back from my work trip in Vegas, and then afterwards I flew straight to Portland, Oregon to attend the Acorns and Thread retreat, which was really fun. That was such an amazing retreat. And I'm so excited to do a recap in this video. So if you're interested in hearing about the retreat and what that was like, please stay tuned. So before we get started on the retreat video, I wanted to just share what I have been up to prior to that. It is September, so I participated, or I am still participating in Sampler September. And so for the last 2 weeks, I've had about 3 new starts, and I have worked on 2 whips so far. So I'm excited to share with you all the progress. So like I mentioned in my previous video, the project that kick-started my Sampler September is Jane Hopkins from Hands Across the Sea. And I have made really great progress. So let me share with you what it looks like so far. So this is what Jane Hopkins looked like. So beautiful. And this is my progress that I have made the past few weeks. So it's a lot of stitching. It is so good. I am stitching this on 40 count Hogbristle by Fox and Rabbit because I really liked how the the design looks like against this fabric. The called for fabric is Vintage Sand Dune by Lakeside Linens, but it's a kind of a hard fabric for me to find. So I thought that Hogbristle is a good alternative for it. And so I'm loving how this looks so far. I am using the Vicky Clayton Silk Pack conversion for this piece, and it is just so glorious. I've enjoyed every single stitch so far. I think that I have probably worked on this for about 3 days before I put it away, and this is what I've gotten. It is just something that I couldn't put down. It was so fun, and I was a little nervous about stitching it because I didn't want to make any mistakes. It's just so dainty and all of that stuff. So I have just been going bit by bit around and building it up from the center so that I want to make sure everything looks good so far. I did have to frog 1 or 2 colors, but I caught it very fast. So luckily I didn't have to frog a lot because that would have been a nightmare. So yeah, I absolutely love this, and I can't wait to pick this back again. So that's Jane Hopkins. That is basically my start number 1 for Sampler September. I think I'm really excited. So I started in the middle because I don't want to just work on the border and then save all the good stuff. I want to be able to start in the middle and then work my way out to the border. So that's my current plan. Not sure yet which direction I want to go, but for now I'm like right directly in here. So I eventually will be making my way to the border because these borders are so pretty with the strawberries. So hopefully I'll get there soon. So that's Jane Hopkins. And then after Jane Hopkins, I then picked up my other Hands Across the Sea whip that I started this year. This is this was my birthday start for this year, called Sarah Rinder 1841. So this is the pattern. This is an LNS exclusive from needle in a haystack. So if you'd like to purchase this pattern, you have to get it from Needle in a Haystack. You can give them a call or order this on their website. So this was my birthday start this year, and I worked a little bit more during Sampler September. So I'm very happy that I have made a really good amount of progress on this. So the last time that you saw it, there is that duck over here, but I filled out these browns and the rest of the water from that drinking fountain that they're doing. And then I'm slowly making my way here. So just like Jane Hopkins, I started in the middle, and then I am going to work my way out to one of the borders. So pretty. This one is on 46 count linen called Porcelain from Lakeside Linens. This is my one and only 46 count project so far. It's not bad. I think that the holes in this project is pretty fine. I'm still able to see it. So I was a little intimidated. 46 count is smaller, but I think because I've been working a lot on 40 count, it's not too bad. So I'm loving this so far, and the way the silks are laying in this fabric is so beautiful. Like I said in my previous videos, I did splurge and ended up purchasing the Avera Soie 100.3 silk pack because my LNS already had it handy. And so I went ahead and did this. I went ahead and purchased this pack. There is a Vicky Clayton silk pack conversion if you would rather use those silks. I believe they're available as well. And it's just as beautiful as this. So I wanted to try what it's like to stitch with these silks. So I went ahead and splurged. No regrets. So I'm excited to continue. I am going to keep them in the spools. I'm not going to transfer it because it's a lot of silks that come with this. So, but so far so good. These are really fine. They're very soft to work with. It's very enjoyable to stitch. So if you would ever want to give it a try, I think a Hands Across the Sea sampler is a very good project to splurge on those silks because it's just going to look incredible. So yeah, again, here is my progress for Sarah Rinder. I'm excited how this is turning out. I think it looks so beautiful, and it's not as apparent when you look up close, but looking at it from the camera, I can definitely see the depth of the water. It doesn't look that obvious when you're looking at it up close, but seeing it on camera come to life, it is beautiful and stunning. So I'm so excited about all the progress that I've made. These are definitely projects that's going to take years possibly to finish if you have multiple projects going on, but I guarantee that every stitch is very enjoyable. So I hope that you are working on something as fun as this. So yeah, so that is my whip. And then the second week of September, which was last week, like I said, I went to Vegas. So I wasn't sure how much stitching I was going to get done. I went to a work conference, so I was pretty much out almost every single night. I was mingling with a lot of vendors. I was hanging out with my team that came with me to the event. And so I didn't get much stitching done, but I did bring a whip just in case. And I managed to stitch one day on it, which is not too bad. It is a smaller sampler compared to the rest of my project. So I think, you know, every little bit of progress counts. And so for this project, this is called Redbird Sampler from With Thy Needle and Thread by Brenda Gervais. And during that whole week, I did manage to pretty much finish the bird in here. I do have a miscount on this. This bird is supposed to end right here, but I overextended and I don't want to pick it out. So I'm going to leave it as is. I don't think it looks that awkward. So I'm going to keep it as is. It's my own bird. And the good thing about this sampler is they're really little motifs. So it's okay that the bird looks like that because it doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't have any bearing on the other motifs. So this is what the pattern looks like. It is so beautiful. I originally started this for Rika's birthday. Rika of House of Stitch and Stash. She wanted to start a bunch of samplers, so her hashtag is Rika's birthday sampler start, I believe. It was really fun. So a few of we have a handful of us to join her for her birthday. So yeah, I guess I didn't finish the entire bird. I just finished the bird. I do need to make this tree over here, but yeah, as you can see, it's not a huge sampler, so I'm pretty sure I can still make, I can probably finish this year if I honestly stitch this monogamously. I can probably finish this in like 2 weeks at most. We shall see if that is what I ended up doing. I do have a lot of plans for the rest of the year for more new starts, but I love this so much. Surprisingly, a lot of these colors are DMC. Not that there's anything wrong with DMC, but you know, I've been stitching a lot with over dyes, and most of the samplers I've been stitching in, I've been stitching the really prominent colors are more of the over dyes. And so to see the main colors, like look how beautiful these colors are. These 4 are DMC colors and they are just marvelous. I get so excited, especially these, like the color combination is just beautiful. They're so good. I'm probably gonna try to pick this up at the end of the month if I have more time, because I do want to make more traction on this. It's so pretty and I feel like I would really love to make more progress on this. It would look really good. And I would absolutely love to finish this by Valentine's Day just because it's so red. I think it's like a romantic sampler. So yeah, pretty. All right. So that is it for Vegas. I didn't do enough. I also didn't have time to go to Stitcher's Paradise because, like I said, it was just very busy at work. But that's okay because right after Vegas, I went to Portland and I definitely visited Acorns and Threads. So there is going to be a huge haul in this video, just as a fair warning. I'm gonna skip my new start for Acorns because I'm gonna show that as part of the whole recap. But I got back Sunday. I was exhausted because basically I didn't get enough sleep when I was in Vegas. It was also super hot. I think it was like 115 degrees every single day that I was there. I didn't bring the right pair of shoes because I didn't realize we were going to do a whole lot more walking than I originally intended, and I just brought sandals. But I basically wore sandals for Monday through Thursday, and each day was basically like about 20,000 steps. So it was quite, my calves have definitely gotten their workout, let's put it that way. But yeah, I was exhausted, didn't do a lot of sleeping because it was nice to hang out with my team, getting to really know them and seeing a lot of vendors. It was a lot of stimulation. I also had a party that Wednesday night that was put by the work conference, and Journey played. That was pretty cool, seeing them live in action. Anyway, so yeah, I was really tired. And then of course there was Acorns. I didn't sleep that much either because I saw my stitchy besties, and that was so fun. You know, we see each other maybe a few times every year, and it just like, I don't want it to end. So didn't get that much sleep. So Sunday when I got home, I basically just passed out on the couch for the rest of the night and didn't really sleep. So yesterday, finally had enough energy to muster up a new start. And my newest start for Sampler September is Gathering the Greens by Stacy Nash. Let me see where it is. Okay, so it's a very small start. This is the start that I did last night before my eyes just felt way too heavy. But this, yeah, this is the appropriate color that you're seeing right now. This is on 40 count Bittersweet by Lakeside Linens. It is a beautiful warm brown color. It's so pretty. But yeah, this is my progress so far. I started on the border, and it's a beautiful set of colors. I started off with Oscar, and then these are the rest of the color palette for that. It's so beautiful. It's the perfect fall project as well. So Gathering the Greens by Stacy Nash. I have it on PDF, so let me pull it up so you can see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Actually, I can make it bigger. Right there. It is so pretty. It's gorgeous. I'm excited, especially for that mustard yellow house. I think it uses bee's knees from Lakeside Works, so I'm really excited to get into that. So for now, I'm working on the border just so I can frame how big this project is, and then I can start working on the inside. So that was really fun. So yesterday was day one. I'm probably gonna work on it until Wednesday, and then Thursday I will be switching to a whip, which from what I remember is going to be Hannah Dawson from Fox and Rabbit. So my next video, I'll feature more Sampler September starts, and then I'll also talk about Spooktober then. So really, really exciting. Okay, so that is it for my whips. I hope you enjoyed that. And then let me quickly go over some haul that I got outside of Acorns and Thread. I know this video is a little bit chaotic because it's not like I'm just jumping around, but I want to make sure that, you know, everything is consistent, so I'm not going back and forth on like what happened during Acorns and then outside of Acorns, so everything is in its place. So anyway, not like a huge ton of haul. It just looks like a lot of packages when I got home. So first of all, I purchased my buttons from the Silver Needle. This is the buttons for my Bump in the Night project that I will be starting in October. Is my next Praiseworthy Haunted Mansion. So I picked up the buttons for it. They're so adorable. I'm so excited. It looks like there's a Count Dracula in this button set, so I am so excited. The rest of these buttons I have used in the past for other projects, so Count Dracula is the new one that I never have before, so really excited. So that I picked up this button pack from the Silver Needle, and then it also came with like some free patterns. I'm not gonna show that because I put it away already. But that's what I got from the silver needle. And then I got my Floss of the Month pack from Fireside Stitchery. So I am in the Gentle Arts Floss of the Month Club. I basically get 10 skeins per month. For Fireside Stitchery, I don't know how they determine what colors to purchase because they're not in alphabetical order. I think they might be by color family or something. Not 100% sure. So that was pretty fun every single month because I don't know what colors I'll be getting. But this is really just to build up my stash. So I get 10 skeins per month. So this month I got Highland Heather. It's a beautiful pink, mauve, hyacinth, sugar plum. So as you can see, it's kind of like a purple theme. Punch berry, dragon fruit, just beautiful. Peacock, tropical ocean, island blue, Mediterranean sea, dragonfly, which is beautiful, and verdigris. Don't know if I said that right, but this is what that looks like, to how it's spelled, but it's also a beautiful color. So really pretty. Again, this is from Fireside Stitchery. That's one of my floss clubs. And then I received my floss club of the month from Stitch New England. I have I'm part of the Weeks Dye Works not fabric, floss of the month club. So for Stitch New England, it is in alphabetical order. So we are in the letter S. So this is the color palette for this month. You get 10, and I believe it comes to about 30 bucks, including shipping. So for this month, it is sand, saltwater taffy, sandcastle. I use this color quite a lot. Sanguine. I also love using this color. Santa Claus. I would have never picked this up, so it's nice to have this in stash for those fun projects. Santa Cruz. This is a beautiful bright blue sapphire color. Schneckly. I use this quite a lot as well. This is in a few praiseworthy projects. Scuppernong, I don't know. It's a funny name. I don't think I've ever seen this called for ever, but it's nice to have this in stash. It's a beautiful green. Seafoam. I actually have this color for Redbird Sampler. And then Sea Glass, which is also another beautiful color. So those are the 10 from Stitch New England. And then my final haul outside of the retreat is this really fun, more flosses. But this is my super fun floss pack from Vicki Clayton. I picked up the floss pack for Ghoultide's Welcome or Ghoulish Welcome from Plum Street Samplers. I will be starting this next month in October with Jordan, the Tattooed Stitcher, and Sarah, Memphis Sarah E. So we will be starting this together next month. So I'm super excited. We all picked our Vicki Clayton silk packs, and then I need to pick up my fabric, and then it'll be super fun to go ahead and start this together. It's been a while since, it's been a while since we've done a Zoom session. So hopefully we'll be able to squeeze some in next month. And then it's always fun to stitch with friends. So yeah, really excited for that. All right. Thank you all for hanging out with me on that portion. So now without further ado, let's talk about Acorns and Thread. So I have to say that the retreat is one of the best retreats I've ever been to. It was just so well organized. It was very welcoming. It was just a lot of fun. Like I can't there's not enough words to describe it. It was just really fun. I think like a lot of people have given us a heads up a long time ago, like, oh, it's like you're really pampered in there. They feed you, they give you a lot of free stuff, and like, so I've had that expectation, but I didn't realize how much stuff we get from this retreat. It is just truly amazing. So I guess let's start from the beginning of everything that happened. So the retreat started Friday the 13th, September 13th. I arrived a day early. So I took a flight from Vegas to Portland. I arrived in Portland around like 2:30, and then I waited for Jordan and Aimee to get in. They came in from Salt Lake, and so I waited for them so we can Uber together, and then we met up with Rocio, Kokohama Stitchery, who already got in earlier, and so she was at the hotel already. The hotel for the retreat is actually a little bit outside of Portland. It's in this town called Tigard. It is so cute. There's so many trees. I forgot how naturey it is to go up in Portland. I haven't been in Portland for a very long time. I think the last time I went was probably 2014, 2015. So it's been a very long time since I've been there. And when I went to Portland back then, I wasn't really I wasn't a stitcher at the time. So I didn't think about going to Acorns or anything like that. I came to get good food. So I went to see a bunch of food trucks and stuff. So this was a whole different experience. So we got there Thursday. We unpacked. We just had a lot of fun times. We went to dinner. So the hotel is near a very large mall. I think I don't know if it's a Westfield, but that's how big the mall is. It has so many different shops. And so we went there for dinner. We went to Din Tai Fung. It's one of my favorite restaurants. It's so good, and I love being able to go with the girls there and show them how to eat a soup dumpling. It's one of my favorite foods of all time. So I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. And yeah, that was so fun. So that was Thursday, and then we did a little bit of just chatting and watching people's Flosstubes together. That was super fun as always. And then the event started Friday. So what's a little bit different compared to other retreats is we were so used to always lining up. And so we were like, where do you line up? Because like we're not seeing anybody line up. Like the hotel came with free breakfast, and everyone was just like eating breakfast at like 9 o'clock. And usually the doors open at 10. And so usually like an hour beforehand, people start lining up to make sure that, you know, if you have a group of friends, you're able to sit together. But like not at this retreat. We did eventually end up lining up because someone started a line. But then like some people were laughing like, you don't need to line up. Like when the doors open, you just go and grab a seat anywhere. So it did happen. We met some really fun people in the line. So that's when we met Carol and Corey in the line. They were super nice. They were very welcoming. They were teaching us the ropes for Acorns. And then that's when we noticed everyone had name tags. So apparently you do get a name tag at Acorns, but you only get one name tag. So when you go to future retreats, you bring the same name tag. So I actually really love that idea because I always have so many name tags, and you know, it's good for the environment. You can reuse it whenever, and it's also the cutest name tag. So we ended up sitting and finding a table. So in our table, we have right next to me on my left is Aimee of X Stitching and Adventures, and then Jillian, then Lori, then Karen, and then sorry, so I don't think Jillian has a Flosstube, but she has an Instagram. She goes by Jazz Stitches. I'll link everything down below. And then Lori doesn't have an Instagram, but she has a Flosstube. Hers is Oregon Trail Stitching. I think that's with her daughter. And then Karen also doesn't have a Flosstube, but has an Instagram. Hers is Heritage Stitching. And then Rocio, Kokohama Stitchery. And then Jordan, the Tattooed Stitcher. So that is our table. Our table was so fun. We had the best time. During Friday, we were pretty much the last table standing, and then we ended up leaving because we felt bad because someone was basically there to lock up so then they can go home afterwards, and we didn't want to keep them waiting. So we ended up packing and then stitching in our room. So anyway, Friday came. That was so fun. When we got to our tables, then they basically told you how to then register, which is again completely different from other retreats, because usually you go in line and then you register, then you find your seat, something like that. But for this one, you find your seat and then they call you table by table, and then you go here to get your your registration, and then you go somewhere else to register your smalls, and then you go somewhere else to get your name tag if this is your first time attending. So it was very organized. I was super impressed. And then on top of that, the on top of that, there is also a group of people via Zoom. So this retreat is a hybrid. So you have in-person people attending, and then you also have Zoom people attending that are not able to actually make it on site. And they receive their kits in advance. They also sent in their smalls exchange in advance. So it was very interesting. It was totally different, but in a good way. So let me show you what my name tag looks like. You get to pick it, and then Roz, who is the original owner of Acorns and Threads, was there helping out, and she does the name tag. So basically she writes down your name, like you pick out a name tag and then you write it, and that's basically your name tag for however long you want. So this is my name tag. I picked yellow because I love this fabric, but they have tons of other fabric. They have like Teresa Kogut and all of that stuff. So this is mine. And then it came with a pin. And so like if you've gone to like other Acorns, you basically collect pins over the years and you just like add it. It is so cool. I love that idea. So this is mine. It is magnetic. The one thing I'm probably going to change in the future is like when I go, I'm going to just get a giant safety pin and pin it on my clothing instead of the magnet, because this magnet has come off multiple times if I knock it down by accident. So I think the safety pin is more stable. So but yeah, and then Roz ended up writing my name. She said she's amazed that she was able to fit it in. So that was cool. I love this so much. And it was so cute seeing everybody with their name tags, because then, like I said, like you can see all the different pins that they have. that was pretty cool. And then if you forget your name tag during the event, what was really fun and creative about this is you basically get shamed for not bringing your own. But then what happens is your table is responsible for making you a brand new name tag. So you don't get this anymore. You only get this one. So you're not allowed to grab another one. And then it's basically like a contest of like creativity of like, you know, who can make the best name tag. And so for us, like for our table, so Karen forgot her name tag. And so we basically brainstormed. It was basically made out of bubblegum wrapper, and then we pinned it, and then they had little like decorations on the table, and so we decorated it with like acorns and leaves and things like that. It was just super fun. Let me see if I'm able to pull a picture, but it was really fun. I thought that was like really cool. Oops, wrong photo. Ever since they did this update on my phone, I'm having a hard time. I just want to see my picture so I can show you. Okay. Yes. Is there a photo? I think I have to download it. Let's see. Oh no, we did. So this is Karen and Rocio. You can't really see it, but yeah, this was like her name tag that we made. It was so cute. I wish she won. I think she would have won. It was very creative, but we left early on Sunday, so unfortunately I think it was based on clap, so we would have been really loud if we were there. Anyway, so that was Friday, getting the badge. And then what was really cool about this was they were then passing out a lot of stuff, which I will show all in one swoop. So many table gifts, so many people going around giving their items. I mean, you know what they usually do at retreats. Acorns and Threads just like went all out. There's just so many things that they gave us. Their freebie table, they had 3 freebie tables. Like that's how much freebies like people were passing out. I actually got so many things from that freebie table. I don't think I've ever gotten as many freebies as before. It was just crazy. And then what was really awesome is on Friday, which is day 1, that is actually when they gave us our kits. So usually like for other retreats, we don't get it until day 2. So it was really cool to get it during day 1 if you wanted to stitch it. And so for this retreat, the guest designers, we had 2. So the guest designers were Teresa Kogut and then Beth Twist from Heartstring Samplery. And oh my God, their collaboration was amazing. So let me show you what we ended up getting in this kit. So first of all, it came, so there were 2. So there was Teresa and Beth. So I basically merged everything together, but basically Teresa's came with this pouch. It is beautiful. This is actually what the retreat piece is. And it talks about like, you know, being friends long distance. So it says, distance means so little when someone means so much. And it's so cute. I love the raccoon, the deer, you know, very Teresa. So her stuff came in here, and then Beth, her stuff came in this pouch, which she said like she found this like reusable like bag from her grocery store, and then she stamped every single one by hand. So this is a beaver. It is so cute. So she stamped each one individually. So I merged everything together. And this is just so adorable. Let me show you what the kit looks like. So basically the kit, you can stitch them together or you can stitch them separately. Let me show you what it looks like together. It is so pretty. I love this so much, but this is what the kit looks like together. It is so beautiful. I am so excited. This is like the best kit ever. So let me show you what the kits look like. So I am basically combining both from Beth and Teresa because it's a collab. So you get both patterns. So this is the Teresa Kogut pattern. No distance too far. So it looks like that. Looks so pretty. And then the one from Beth from Heartstring Samplery, this is her portion called Across the Miles. It's so good. And then there's basically like the border at the bottom that will merge both of these together. This is so good. I am so excited. And so this is a retreat exclusive. So this will eventually be out for the general public, but I think you have to wait about a year before it's released. So we get first-hand look of what this is. It is just so good. And then on top of that, like, that was amazing. On top of that, they gave us this holder, like our floss holder. It is so good. So this is the exact amount of colors. There's 14 colors in this project. And then these are engraved. I believe this is done by Beth's husband. So he made this for us. It is so good. And then Beth and Teresa basically drew these two little critters. They're called Finn and Willow. It is so cute. They're adorable. So good. And then what else? It includes this pack of postcards. There's a few in there. Just so cool. And then the killer, they fully kitted it up, which is amazing. These are all over dyes. All 14 colors are over dyes. Like, they kitted it up. I am like in shock that we got this fully kitted up. Like 14 like over dye flosses. It is amazing. It's basically a combination of Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. It is so good. And then the last part, it came with a full fat quarter of Cedar River linen. It came in a 36 count linen called Maple Bar, which I actually have a 40 count on my stash that I was going to use for the gather in. But yeah, so we got a full fat quarter for the gather, not for the gather in, for this project, a full fat quarter of Maple Bar. And what was really good about this is obviously not everyone is a linen stitcher. Not everyone wants 36. So during the retreat, they gave you the option to swap out your fabric. So if you would prefer linen, or if you would have preferred Aida, you were able to switch it out for an Aida. Or if you wanted like a 40 count, for example, you could also switch this to a 40 instead of a 36. So I am so blown away. I had no idea that we were going to get this whole kit. It was just truly amazing. I was like, Oh my god, this is the best kit ever. This is like, I'm just blown away. And then I thought that was it, right? And then on top of that, during the second day, they surprised us. They, meaning Teresa and Beth, but they surprised us with a farewell gift. Basically, they gave us a biscornu pattern of the critters. So Willow and Finn Biscornu from Heartstring and Teresa Kogut. So they gave us the Biscornu pattern and it came with buttons. It is so good. And what's so cool about this is it uses the same threads as the rest of the kit. So you basically have everything that you need to start this. So I love this so much. They showed us what it looks like in person and it is just so amazing. So we basically got 4 patterns because this is 2. And they also said that when they release this is going to the general public. It's going to be released separately. So the only way that you will get the Willow and Finn together was through the retreat. So I thought that that was pretty cool. So the top will be, you know, like one portion would be Willow, one portion will be Finn, and then you can merge them together into one Biscornu. But for the general public, it's going to just be like, you won't merge them together. So I thought that was like such a cool thing. So that was so good. I love this so much. So I am so excited to start all of this. This was such a good kit. Like, I'm absolutely blown away. So I was just like, wow, this retreat is so good. And like I said, they fed us lunch both all 3 days. I wasn't there for Sunday because I had to leave early, but they fed us, I think Friday was Mediterranean, and then Saturday was Mexican. I know Saturday was Mexican, and then I know Sunday was like a box lunch, so it's probably like a sandwich, but it was really good. And then they had a dessert bar every single day. And then our hotel had from 5:30 to 7, basically like this evening reception with wine and cocktails. And they had like cheese and crackers and chips and salsa. So that was really fun. And then of course, like I said, breakfast was provided. So we were very well fed during this retreat. And then not only that, like the Acorns team went around, gave us like a full-size M&M packet as like a treat. That was pretty cool. So let me show you the rest of the goodies that I got from Acorns, and then I'll go through the haul when I went to the actual store and made my purchases. So first of all, so let me put this. So this is one of my gifts that I received. So this is from Jordan, the tattooed stitcher. She made this zipper pull for me. So, and she picked out this super cute dog. She got this done through Rinder from the Mary Crow. It's so cute. And then this is basically my initials, Bam. She made that. She got that done. It is so cute. So I put this in here. I love this so much. I also got a like a zipper pull scissor fob, however you want to call it, from Aimee, xStitching and Adventures. Oh wait, sorry. Jordan also gave us scissors. So this is very similar to my Kohanas, the snips, but this one is very sharp compared to the Kohanas. Like, look at the tip. It is like much sharper. So I put that in my stitching box. And then Aimee made this. It is so cute. I'm gonna put this in like one of my fall project bags, like this zipper pull. So beautiful. Some of these, I don't know who gave it to us because some doesn't have a name. Someone dropped this off my desk. I don't know who left this. It's very sharp. I actually stabbed myself near my vein. That was scary. Someone also dropped this super cute pumpkin, like zipper pull. So cute. I got these two floss tags. This is from Stitchy Witch 42. Really pretty. I'm going to definitely be using that. I have a lot. So someone dropped off nail file. I can't tell who dropped this, but this is so cute. These are basically acorns where you can put like your pins in there. So cute. It's just in my Stitchy box because it's so adorable. So the Acorns team basically gave us this huge pouch, and it came with a sticker that I think is like you're supposed to put that in there. So it's in here. It says, "Out of my way. I'm on my way to Acorns and Threads." And then this is like the address and phone number of the store. So I think you're supposed to like put it in here. I thought that was pretty cute. So there's that. Let me see. What else did I get? I got so much stuff. There was something in here that I can't remember what it was. But I got something from Kristen Stitches. Maybe it's one of those things. Maybe it was the pumpkin in here, but this has 2 mints remaining in this packet. Thank you, Kristen. Oh, these are the truffles from Jordan. I'm gonna eat this. This is from her chocolate shop near her house called Pandora's Chocolates. I'm gonna eat that soon. Oh, this is from Lori, who is my table mate. She basically gave us this packet of lemon butter cuticle cream from Burt's Bees. I absolutely love it. And a needle minder, which is a sunflower. So go and follow her. Her channel is Oregon Trail Stitching. Let's see. I'm trying to pull it out. Oregon Trail Stitching. She is a hoot. I got this binder ring with a really nice key ring. This is from the Sip Stitch sisters, Kara and Nan. So pretty. I got this really cool one from Strange Stitches. This is a really cool minder. It looks like it was like engraved and cut. It's pretty cool. I have so much stuff. I don't know if this is from Acorns and Threads or someone just made it, but another like binder clip with this thing, PNWSS. Really pretty. I picked the one that kind of looks like a Christmas colors. Oh, so there's this thing called Make It or Take It segment during Acorns. I had no idea what this was, but basically they gave us these things. Like you can like take it and make it into some really cool stuff. So for example, in this one, this is one of the things. So this is basically a cell phone holder that you can put on your desk, which is pretty cool. So there's that. And then they also gave us this holder, which as it turns out was engraved by my LNS, needle in a haystack. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, you can put stuff in here like beads and other stuff. So that was pretty cool. And they actually gave you like the 3M like adhesive so that it will stick. I didn't put mine in though. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I have a lot more. I got these needles from the Generous Stitcher Robin. It says from Miras to Mill Hill. So it's basically like a beading needle and a regular needle that kind of reminds me of a tulip. I got a spool and another keychain. This is from Mama Doll Watt MD. And then I haven't opened this up, but oh no, this is a sticker that says Dumpster Fire, which is really hilarious. This is from Devi from Glitter Dove Fairy. This is her username. So generous, right? There's like so many things. What else did we get? Acorns also passed out this art jar Saturday, which is really cool. You can just put like arts in here. Yeah, I think that's it so far. I'm sure I'll find other things, but that was the table gifts. Let me quickly show you the whip that I started for Acorns. So I started Away We Ride as my Acorns new start. I love this project. This was so fun to stitch. So I started this and I have made really great progress. I haven't touched this since then, but this is my progress so far. As you can see, I started on the border and I love the conversion that I did because I didn't have garden gate, but I ended up using Santa's boots instead. And I love how it's looking so much like the two-tone. So this is on a 36 count fabric called Grandma Slip from xJuDesigns or xJuDesigns. It is so good. Oh, and then these two needle minders are from Corey, who also does the project bags for Acorns and Threads. So if you ever purchase those project bags at the front of their desk, this is the maker as well, Corey. So she told us to take as many as we want. So I got these two. They're so good. So that is my new start. I love this. This is basically the color palette for that. I love it. Santa's boots is so good. I'm definitely going to make a lot more progress because I am planning on stitching this all the way to October and hopefully be done by then. It's not that big, so really hoping I can get that done. All right. Before I get into my haul, so yeah, that was basically Friday. Yeah, we had lunch and then for dinner we did DoorDash because I don't think we felt like leaving. So I got a Furi ramen, which is another one of like ramen spots that I love that is actually in Tokyo. They closed the one here in the Bay. I think there was a few in the Bay and they ended up closing. So I ended up picking it up twice in a row, like back-to-back nights. That was so good. I got the dipping ramen. It was delicious. And then Saturday, so at the hotel, there was supposed to be like like there's like a football team staying in our hotel. They are the South Dakota Coyotes. They are a D1 football team from what my husband has told me. They were originally supposed to be playing the Portland State University football team, but that football team had the whooping cough. And so their game was canceled, and they were basically hanging out at the hotel all through Saturday. And I felt a little bad because they looked so bored. But what ended up happening, and I unfortunately missed this because I went to the Acorn shop when this happened, but apparently they went inside our retreat to hang out and like just look around because they were so bored. They were like, what are you guys doing? What is this retreat? So that was hilarious. You should check out their Instagram because they actually posted about us. I thought that was hilarious. So I guess like a bunch of guys ended up like putting some stitches in some people's projects, which is really funny. I have seen some parents walk inside the retreat to look around and see like what, you know, like what projects we're working on. So I thought that that was so hilarious. That was so funny. So yeah, that happened. There's just a lot of things that happened. It was just really fun. I honestly, I can't stop thinking about it. I'm having major withdrawals. Okay, so before I get into my haul, let me go through all the freaking freebies that I got from the retreat. Like, these are the stuff that people put out at the freebie table. I scored a lot. It just kept on coming. And some of these I like I saw and I was like amazed that someone would put this up. So yeah, it's really fun. I hope you're ready for this. Because I was so excited. Okay. So, first of all, I got these 2 clips from the freebie table just to like clip your extra fabric. So I picked this up originally. So someone put in like a pack of 4. And so I picked this up originally because I didn't want to take all 4. And then an hour later, I looked up and there was still a pink one remaining in the freebie table. So I went ahead and grabbed it because by that time, everything was picked over. So I was like, okay, well, if no one's going to take it, I'm just going to grab 2. So that was pretty cool. I've been using it pretty much throughout the entire project. And then I scored some really good patterns off the freebie table. So this is basically like all 3 days. Some pattern just pops out of nowhere. Like, it didn't just all got put out during day 1. Like, it was staggered all throughout the retreat, which was amazing. So I picked this up, Summer Whirligig. I love this chicken so much, so I picked this pattern up. I love this. So I got that. I picked up this pattern that I've always loved. There's always a jack in the patch from Pansy Patch Quilts. I love how cute this is. Someone dropped a bunch of Brenda Gervais patterns in the stash. So I picked up this pattern called Berry Days at Thistledown Farm from Brenda Gervais. I can't believe this was at the freebie table. This is so good. I picked this up called Sew Together number 3 Scissors and Threads. This is from Jeanette Douglas. So good. I also picked up this pattern from the Heartstring Samplery called Baby It's Cold Outside. And then someone dropped this as well, October Blooms by the Artsy Housewife. So I snagged this pattern as well. So good. There's more. Like, this isn't haul. This is basically stuff people put out in the freebie table. Like, it is amazing. So I also picked up this pattern from Hands On Design called Tulip House. is so good. This is what the pattern looks like. It's basically like chalkboard art. I love that. And then I scored this 2 stockings from Shepherd's Bush. So this is amazing. This is Peter and Sophie. Can you believe it? I scored 2 patterns from the freebie table. So those were the charts. And then I think what's crazy, this is the other thing that I scored at the freebie table. Someone left their Krynic at the freebie table, y'all. Look at the amount of Krynic that I picked up. This is like cuckoo. I am so excited because I have a lot of project that uses Krynic. So I'm pretty sure I might be set here. But like, I'm not joking. It is amazing. A lot of these are blending filaments, which is exactly what I need for my pattern. So this is glorious. I love this color right here. I'm pretty sure this is what I need for Praiseworthy, like these ones. So I'm really excited. I can't believe someone dropped this at the freebie table. Thank you so much. I love this so much. Thank you. Okay, so that is that. What else? Oh, so I purchased some project bags from Jordan. I wasn't expecting this. I thought she was gonna give this to me at Stitch West, but she ended up bringing it to Portland. So these are the 2 project bags that I purchased from her. This is so pretty. And then inside this bag is a project that I actually adopted. From her, which is Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. And so she said that she's having a hard time with this project because the fabric is really dark. And so we are swapping. I'm going to give her my 40 count color and cotton called Dove so she can restart her Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. And then I am going to adopt this project. This is on 40 count linen called Old from xJuDesigns. And so I'm going to just pick this up and stitch it. I love this so much. So this is going to be a whip that I will be starting up in October. So I'm excited to continue this. I actually have all of the called fors already in my stash. So I just need to pick it up and continue stitching it. And I have the pattern on PDF. So I can definitely just pick it up where she left off. So excited. My first adopted project. I've never adopted anyone's project before. Jordan does stitch differently than I do. Her legs are the opposite way of mine, but I'm not gonna restart it. I'm gonna just stitch it like I do, and I think it's gonna look good. And then she returned to me my Tispring project that she borrowed. Look how much floss is still left. It's basically both me and her stitching this project, and it's still like so much floss to go. It's unbelievable. So that is all my haul outside of Acorns. And then I hope you're ready for my Acorns haul. I didn't go as crazy as I thought I would, but some people might still think it's crazy. So if you don't like watching people's haul, then I think this is a good chance for you to skedaddle. And thank you so much for watching. But if you love haul, stay tuned. I basically have this, I had to fold it down, but this project is full of haul. It's a lot of thread. And just so for reference, this is how long my receipt is. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So, first things first, I had my table mates pick me up a corner gauge from Acorns and Thread. This is just a super helpful tool because it tells you where to start your stitches based on the margins that you want. So this is great. Basically this calculates it from like a 3-inch margin, 2-inch, 1-inch, so you can see how much it is on your fabric. So I saw Jillian from my table have this and I immediately was like, oh, I wish I picked it up when I was there at Acorns. So I had Lori and Karen pick this up for me when they went to the shop. So it is so good. I believe this is about $5, so pretty inexpensive. So Saturday, sorry, I'm going back and forth. So for Acorns, during the retreat, there is no annex at the retreat, so all the shopping will be done during the retreat. So they actually allotted some time in the late afternoon to a shopping exclusive at Acorn. So typically the shop itself closes at 4 p.m. On Saturdays, and then they basically said we are going to open at night so that, you know, everyone can get a chance to shop at the shop. But then, you know, we were a little bit antsy, like me and my friends are a little bit antsy because, you know, we've never gone to a retreat where there's no shopping involved. I mean, it was great because we were able to focus on our stitching, but we really wanted to shop. And, you know, I'm the type of person when there's a lot of people, I get really high anxiety that I start to do like supermarket sweep stuff, or I will just like grab everything because I would think that it would get sold out right away. So I basically will, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting like all these text messages on this side. So we ended up going Saturday morning, and that's why we missed the whole football players going inside the room. Is we ended up going. We actually did bump into a bunch of people at the store who had the same idea as us to go shopping early, so that when everyone leaves that night, then we will be in the stitching room and be able to go ahead and stitch. So we did that, and that was a lot of fun. The shop isn't that far from the hotel. I believe it's about like 3 miles, so it wasn't far at all. So without further ado, let me show you everything. So I showed you a really long receipt, and the reason for that is because they scan each skein of floss individually. So that's really the reason why it's so long. I did not buy a bajillion. I mean, I did, but like not as long as the receipt. I definitely have a huge amount of flosses in here though. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I picked up is I wanted to try this Easy Guide ball tip needle. I picked this up on size 26 because they ran out of size 28. So I picked this up to try. I use size 26 a lot. So I will, I'd love to try this out. And if I like it, then I will also pick up the size 28 next time. This is $3 for this. It comes with 2. And yeah, basically it has like a little ball tip at the end, so like it guides you in the fabric. So that's what that is. So I picked that up. Next up are all the charts. So I've had a good time looking at the charts, they had so many. They were also super nice because they've offered to order some of the charts that they didn't have. But because I'm going to Shepherd's Bush next month, I just told them that it was okay. So I picked up a copy of the new Stacy Nash design called Merry Autumn Pinkeep. So I picked this up. I also kitted up the flosses for this. So really pretty. I got this chart. I finally picked up Cinnamon Stars. This has been on my wish list forever and I found a copy. I love Cinnamon Stars. It's such a perfect fall pattern. I picked up these two designs from Heartstring Samplery. So this one is instead of sheep. I thought it was so cute. I love the scissors and the bees. So it says, when I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep. So I thought that was a very sweet sentiment. So I went ahead and picked this up. And then another one that I really love, and I think this would be such a good patriotic pattern, is A Plant of Rapid Growth. And this is what that looks like. Again, I love the house. And called for fabric is Picture This plus Heartland. And I think I have this in stash. So I think that it's definitely going to look amazing. There's that. Of course, I picked up a lot of Brenda Gervais. I picked up Gone Batty. This is so cute. Such a good Halloween spooky start with the black cat. I picked this up called Grateful, Thankful, and Blessed. You know me, I'm a sucker for houses. This one I love so much. I didn't realize that I have to get Valdani threads, so I need to go and grab those because I basically only grabbed my missing Gentle Arts flosses. But this is Manor at Peacock Hill. I love this. I was really bummed. So someone actually left this pattern at the freebie table and I was going to grab it, but someone got to it like 5 seconds before I did. So they were so lucky. So I ended up just buying one myself. But this is so beautiful. I'm excited. And then I also picked up Brick House Sampler. I just saw someone recently finish this and it looks glorious. I love this so much. It's beautiful. And then I picked up the new fall patterns from Brenda. So this is Goddess Gracious. So cute. I also picked up Woodland Witch. There's definitely a lot more. I arranged this already so that it's easy for me to pull. Okay, I also picked up Autumn Swan. I don't have the patriotic one. I might pick it up when I go to Shepherd's Bush, or I'll just pick it up sometime next year since I'm not planning on stitching it until next summer. But I love this one as well. I also picked this one up called Hilda Boo and Sunflowers too. I want to stitch this again on 32 count. So any of these small Brenda projects, I love stitching this on 32 count, 1/2. So I am going to look through my stash because I have a lot and find a perfect purple fabric for it. So that's beautiful. I finally also picked up Winter Rose Manor. I've been wanting to stitch this. I love this so much. My friend Jordan finished hers. It looks beautiful. I've seen a lot of people finish theirs as well, and it just looks so beautiful. So I picked this up, And I also picked up all of the flosses for it. So I think I should be good to go. I just need to find the perfect fabric for this. I actually think I have the called for, which is 36 count Brenda's Brew by R&R Reproduction. So I'm gonna see if that's the fabric that I want to stitch this with, but if it is, I do have that in stash. And then I picked up American Welcome from Plum Street. I love this so much. I will be stitching this with the called for color and cotton set, so I'm excited. I'm going to be purchasing that next year, so I love this. There is a sale right now hosted by the Floss Boss and Cousins, so go ahead and join their sale if you are interested. I will be joining it next year if they're still stitching it, but yeah, love this one. And then this one I have been wanting to get ever since I saw Rika from the House of Stitch and Stash start this one. But this is Needle Be True by Jeanette Douglas Designs. I absolutely love this. And what's hilarious is I've always thought that these look like primitive, the Super Mario plants, the piranha plants. That's what it reminded me of, Prim style. So I absolutely love this. And I also grabbed the flosses for this. It is pricey, but this is the flosses for this. So this came with, it basically has Thread Gatherers, Classic Colorworks Belsois, and Gloriana threads. So they're pretty pricey. Oh, it also includes Dinky Dyes. So this embellishment pack is $98. So just be aware when you pick it up, because I didn't look at the price, but that's okay. Now I'm ready to like start. I just need to get my fabric. So it's beautiful. And then, of course, I couldn't resist. I picked up the newest book from Teresa Kogut called Hello America. I basically have all of the Hello books now. And so I wanted to make sure I also got this to complete my collection. So this is so beautiful. I love all of the finishes that they always put in here so you can see. Yeah, I am just very excited. There's definitely going to be a lot more patriotic stitching in the next year for this pattern. I love this. I really, really love this. Especially the cover one. This is the best. Definitely want to start that. So that is it for all of the patterns, and honestly, do you see all of that? Those are all my flosses. It took a while to check out, y'all. These are my flosses. There's quite a ton in here, so that's why my receipt was a mile long. My table actually ended up measuring how long my receipt was. It was 73 inches. It is taller than me. I am 5 feet. So yeah, it's a good height. So that was it for my purchases for Acorns and Threads. So while I was there, basically they gave us 10% off our purchase if you spend more than 150, which was pretty easy to do. Or they gave you an option if you don't want to take the discount then you can get 15% off your purchase next time. I don't live in the area and I don't know when I was going to be back, so I opted to choose to go to the to use the 10% now. So that's what I did. And yeah, it was really good because it was Oregon. There wasn't any sales tax, so that was really good for me because my sales tax here in the Bay is about very close to 11%. So I have quite a good amount of savings. I think between the 10% off discount and then having no tax, I saved about $100. So that's significant. So that's amazing. Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed going to Acorns and Threads, both the shop and the retreat. I think it's definitely one of my favorite retreats so far that I've ever experienced. All the ladies were so lovely. I've met quite a few of you during the retreats. It was so good to talk to everybody. So I'd like to give a special shout out to some other people that I have met. So wanted to first of all say hi. Sherry, I've met Sherry a few times now from Stitch West. Her Instagram is Share Bear Stitcher. She does amazing fancy ladies. It's so good. So I saw her at the last Stitch West April, so it was great to see her at this event. She was actually hyping up Acorns and Thread for us before, and I'm so glad everything she said is true. It was just so good. I also met, I want to make sure I don't miss out on people. I met Sue. She's very lovely. I promise one day I will start my Saju boxes. It's just not in the cards right now, but I definitely will be starting that in the future. I also met Michelle. Again, Carol and Corey in the line. We've talked to Yvette and Alicia, who sat at the table next to us. We were the sister table, so that was cool. And then so many other people out there. Big thanks to Janine and her team at Acorns and Thread for organizing such a fun retreat. I will definitely try to make it to the next one. So the 2025 retreat is going to have Gigi from the RC Housewife and Kristen from Avleya Folk Embroidery. So that would be another good retreat to go to in case you guys are interested. I believe the signups start in March 2025. So just mark your calendar if you would like to join. So I hope to see you all at the next retreat. I have actually filmed the brag tables at the retreat. I didn't bring anything because I came from a conference and I didn't have enough room in my bag, but I did film the tables. I will try to post this at the end of the video so you can see a little bit of what everybody has brought. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you all have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you all so much. Bye now.
No. She's going to be. No. I will sell more. But I made 21 of them. It probably just be 2 years. I'll get them all
I want to meet her because it's right behind you.
No, she labeled black, she labeled W and said W.
And just, yeah.